Alright guys, so welcome to what is going to be part of sort of a celebration type of a deal, because when I'm recording this, I'm literally like a few days away from the 10-year anniversary of my YouTube channel. And the first LP that I did, like I did some other videos, but the first LP that I did was Banjo-Kazooie. And I don't know, I just felt like revisiting it tonight. Are we going to play through the whole thing? Probably not, but we'll see, I guess. I don't know. I just felt like playing some of the game and honoring that beginning. And yeah, just having some fun with it. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But anyway, yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right into this thing. Daha. We never watched this part, so let's watch this part. Oh, how I love this game. Oh, indeed, indeed. Alright, so let's look at this here. These save files. So we got two that are, or no, one that's completed, which was our LP file back in the day. Or was it? No, this would have been, when we played through it a second time on stream, like 4 years ago, maybe? Anyway, and then I think this was that night that I played it for just a little while. And then this one's empty. You know what? We're just gonna go with this one because I like the little Game Boy. So yeah. 47th game of 2020. That's crazy. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump in here. Cutscene. Why would it be her brother? Why would he be in the sky, Bottles? I mean, he does eventually learn how to fly, but that's beside the point. I'm not gonna voice act. They have voices. Good. I don't need to do that. It's fine. Hey, Bottles. Uh-huh. I'm gonna speed through this a little bit. Where do you get the kazoo? That's a good question. Press A if you want me to teach you some basic moves. No. You see, the thing is, Bottles, I've played this game like a dozen times, so no, I'm good. Okay. So the reason I do that, even if this is going to be a complete playthrough, which I'm not entirely sure it's going to be, is, I mean, not only do I know it all, but it just saves time because I can just go exactly for the things we need to find. Like there's some honeycomb pieces and stuff we're going to get here, but otherwise, we don't really need to deal with anything else. Trick you, carrot. Trick you, onion. Alright. But yeah, this is one of my favorite games of all time, in case people didn't know. It always will be. Love this game. Absolutely love this game. Oh, I fell short. That's why we need the flap flip. Anyway, our first extra honeycomb piece. I was about to start talon trotting. Forgot we don't get that until first real level. But this is the overworld. This is sort of how we get to the place where we can get, you know, find the levels. I mean, technically, I guess the overworld is Grunty's lair itself, and this is how we get to Grunty's lair. But I mean, semantics. Okay. So we beak barged them all to death. Whoa, this is... yeah. Camera's being a little weird for me, but I'll get used to it again. This game really was a bit of a marvel for its time, I think, though. Like, obviously, it looks better now because it was upgraded to HD for its release on the Xbox Live Arcade, and then touched up a touch more. Touched more for Rare Replay. I mean, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I'm not actually sure about that. Was there not a... aha, I knew there was one up on a tree. Lo and behold. Okay. Gotta jump across here to get one. But yeah, I know this game so well. So if we did decide to play through it, it really wouldn't be a long playthrough. In fact, the last time I played through it, I believe it was only 6 or 7 hours, I think, of playtime, something like that. Not entirely sure of those numbers, but it was something like that. So E. Go. Get out of the water. There we go. Where have we not gone? Over here, I believe. Although I'm not sure. Is there an extra honeycomb piece from this one? I think there might be. From the cauliflower? Yeah! And there you go. Your first health increase of the game. So, similar to, for example, Legend of Zelda, where you get the empty heart pieces, or extra heart pieces, empty heart containers, whatever, would give you health increases. The extra honeycomb pieces do that. Once you get the amount you need, boom, extra health. So, pretty cool. But yeah, I believe that's everything here. So let's go ahead and head up Spiral Mountain. There's just so much nostalgia to this. It's so important to my channel, to becoming a YouTuber. When I decided I wanted to start LPs, you know, I did a couple videos of some other things, but my first, like, actual LP was this game because I loved it so much. Okay. So we won't be able to avoid Bottles beyond this point. We're gonna have to talk to him to get the new moves, but at least we skipped talking to him for the most part here. Ooh, cutscene. But yeah, excuse me. As James pointed out, I have 100% of the game a few times. It's not a hard game to 100%. There's a few collectibles that are difficult to get, but otherwise it's not too bad. So here's the first golden Jigsaw piece, or Jiggy, in the game. He will introduce himself. Yep. Get used to that, because we're going to hear that a lot. But yeah, this is Gruntilda's lair, and this is how we will reach all the worlds. And we find these puzzles that are missing pieces, we put the golden Jigsaw pieces in, and the rest is history, as it were. Goggle boy. Possibly. Possibly. And here we are now in Mumbo's Mountain. 3 new moves to learn. And we see we have enemies to deal with. Get tricked. And we also have some other collectibles to deal with. One of them is finding these guys. So yeah, those are Jinjos. There's 5 in each world. Collect all 5, get a Jiggy. There's 100 musical notes in each world too. I left those over there because there's going to be an easier way for us to traverse here shortly, so I just figured I'll leave them for now. Yeah, these are the musical notes. And these help us open doorways to lead to more worlds. So we want to try to collect them all. Not just for completion's sake, but actually to progress in the game. Although I don't think you need them all, actually. You only need them all to get some special stuff, but you don't actually need them all to win, I don't think. Same with the Jiggies, you don't quite need them all unless you just want everything. 200% it, basically. This guy... Sorry, I'm getting all choked up here on the nostalgia. Anyway, this guy has honeycombs in him. We don't need him right now. The bull we can knock out, but we can't actually defeat. And boy, he hurts if we let him hit us. Yeah, even hurts if he doesn't hit you, which is a little unfair. But we'll leave him be now. You can daze him for a second, but that's all. So we got some termites here. Get our health back. We're going to follow these musical notes up here, though, because it's going to lead us to a very important move that we'll be able to acquire. Let's grab this Jiggy first, though. Mm-hmm. Yep. Indeed. Alright, so let's go over here to the molehill. Talk to him. Yeah, this actually was done with a combination of the Z button, the Z trigger, and the yellow C buttons on the N64 controller originally. But as you can see, we have a little bit of a different setup because of the Xbox controller. Yep, there's the eggs. So see, that's demonstrating that slopes will make you slide, but if you are talon trotting, as we just learned how to do, you don't slide. This is a super useful move because it's also a lot faster than Banjo's normal walking pace. So that will allow us to get around faster. Yep, got some Mumbo token. We will make use of that here in a bit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and... yeah, we'll just go ahead and get these and work our way down this side of the mountain, and then we'll worry about the rest. We only need one more Jinjo to get a Jiggy. We'll be getting to him in a little bit. Camera, you are a thing for me tonight. I don't know why. I usually don't have this much trouble with the camera, but it's kind of like tripping me up a little bit tonight. Alright. Alright, so here's Congo. He's mad. He's going to throw oranges at us. So we want him to hit these orange switches. It's a bit silly that he would place these here, but... we get him to hit him. Oh. There we go. Get a Jiggy from that. Okay. Now, if you look over here, you'll see there is a little chimp, and he wants one of Congo's oranges. We could have talked to him first and he would have told us, but I already knew, so whatever. Fat Baron Bird. Not as fat as he's gonna be in a later game. Anyway. You know, one thing about me coming back to this is it might inspire me to actually do something I've been needing to do for a while, which is get back to Banjo-Tooie. Maybe if I replay this, I should just restart Banjo-Tooie and actually play it properly. And then maybe we'll finally get to nuts and bolts, because everyone wants that, right? Anyway. Talk to Bottles again. So now we can use the eggs we've been collecting. Mm-hmm. And he gives us even more. There are... that's not what I meant to do. But, what's the button for... there it is. Looking around. There's stuff over there, and we will grab the Mumbo token before we go, but there's a switch there that we can't quite do anything with. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the, Mumbo token, though. Hey look, 64 eggs to go for the Nintendo 64. Anyway, but yeah, now we can fight Congo and get another Jiggy. And he's gonna be mad and he's gonna throw oranges. All it takes is 3. And he'll be sad for a second. All sad about everything. Then, don't stick around, because he's gonna get mad and start throwing oranges again, like, immediately. So, let's get the frick out of here. This camera is really messing with me for some reason tonight. But yeah. So, let's go ahead now and make our way over to the other side of the mountain where there were musical notes and stuff. So we might as well get that out of the way. There's also something here. Ha! Wow, the perfect angle there. All right, there was an extra honeycomb piece there. Somehow I managed to nail that perfectly. But yeah, so if we come over here, oh hey, Mumbo token just chilling back here. Didn't notice that. We'll get all these musical notes, and this is the majority of the ones that are remaining, at least that are out in the open. Oh hey, there's a Jiggy there. Let's grab these first though. But yeah, you can get this, you can get the notes too if you're careful without Talentron, and you can get that extra honeycomb piece without Talentron. It's actually not that useful anyway, because you saw that I slid, because that surface is different than this surface. But, it just makes things easier, so why would you not go ahead and get it, right? Anyway, so now we'll come up in here to this little village area. See, there's a few musical notes around. But what's the purpose of this place? Well, we will find out here in a second. Pick it up. Let's talk to Bottles. The Beak Buster. No more things to learn from him, so that's good. Hiya! So there's gonna be musical notes and other things in these little huts now that we know how to use the Beak Buster. We can get them. We might as well grab them all, because they will be useful at some point. Of course, we want the notes anyway. Oh, you. Oh, I never remember which one he's in. Never do. Oh, hello. There's the last Jinjo. Indeed. Extra life. And another Jiggy. And we are at 90 musical notes. And 7 Jiggies. Alright. So, this totem pole here, he's going to tell you that He wants blue stones. Well, we have blue eggs, but here's a little thing that you need to keep in mind with him. Don't shoot the last one. Yep, so easy and so tempting to do, but if you don't shoot him, you can get up here. If you do shoot him, well, you're out of luck. You gotta re-enter the level. Perfect. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some people that would tell you this just isn't a very difficult game, and it's not really. I mean, there's some things later that are pretty challenging. But also bear in mind, just if I'm making it look easy, first of all, it's the first level. I mean, you know. So there's that to think about. But, is there anything behind here? I thought there... maybe on another level. But, bear in mind that I have played this game a bazillion times. Oh, he needs 5. Whoops. I forgot. So, it's interesting. He needs 5, right? And there's a Mumbo token in here where you need his help to ascend. However... Shut up, you. However, you'll notice it's like, oh, well, I can talent trot up here, right? And you have to get this Mumbo token, but if you jump over here, you'll notice, oh, wait, that's too slippery. I can't even talent trot up here. That's what we need Mumbo's help with, but you have to come in here and learn that lesson to get that Mumbo token, I guess. I should have thought of that, but I didn't do it in the right order. Look at me. Anyway, now let's go see Mumbo, who is a fantastic character. Really like Mumbo. Hey, buddy. I'm kind of blocking the head a little bit. Sorry about that. I do indeed have enough. Okay. Before we do that, let me grab these musical notes. And there may be stuff up here. It's probably just eggs. Sometimes there's more important things. So we will encounter Mumbo in each of the worlds. Well, is he in every world? No, he's not in every world, just certain ones. But in each of the ones he is, he can have different things in his hut with him. But yeah, anyway. Let's go ahead and do this. Ubanaka. Okay. Alright, so you can see that we are now a termite. We were transformed. And now we will be able to climb up this, which is the Termite Hive, so it makes sense. Oh, man. But yeah, nostalgia is real. This game, like I said, not only being a huge part of my YouTube channel, but my life. Alright, here's the rest of the notes. You cannot attack people when you're a termite, just so you know. But yeah, just yeah. Every time I revisit this game, it just feels like a nice, warm, cozy, comfy place for me. Because it's good memories and all. No, I'm not giving you my backpack. I want your eggs, though. Ha! Trick you. Alright. Keep climbing to the top. We didn't fall, thank goodness. Let's not fall here. Let's be careful. We don't want to have to climb all the way back up. That would be annoying. And... that music means that we have collected all of the jiggies. We also got all of the notes, all of the Mumbo tokens, and I think all of the extra honeycomb pieces. Right? Yes. Which we can actually check in the game by going to view totals. Mumbo's Mountain, there you go. Very good. And yeah, so all that remains is that switch over there, which now you remember we learned how to do the beak bash, beak buster. Yeah. Anyway, and that's what we're gonna need to trigger the switch. But we're also going to need the termite again. So probably should have went over there and hit that switch before we came in here, but it's okay. A little back and forth never hurt anybody. We are going to be back in a minute, Mumbo. We're going to go hit the switch. And then we will switch back because we're going to need the termites' help to get one more thing. Speaking of the Switch, it's kind of a shame that Banjo-Kazooie, the game, the franchise, whatever, is not on the Switch. I really think that they ought to do that, work out some kind of a deal, because I feel like more people need to play these games. They still hold up, they're still amazing, and they're a great part of history. So as you can see, this is a Gruntilda Switch. It puts a Jiggy out into the hub area, a secret Jiggy, and yet you saw that it was on top of a mountain, the entrance, but it was the kind of gray stone we slipped on with the talent rod. Now, the termite, obviously, has stickier feet, as we saw. So there you go. The game does a pretty good job of kind of showing you what you need to do. Hey, buddy. Wake up and do some more magic. The good thing is we won't have to come back to get transformed back because his magic has a limit on how far it can travel, but he will tell us about that as we head out here. But yeah, we could have used the termite to get the honeycomb piece easier. That's fair. I just didn't see the point because I was pretty sure I could land right there where it was. Anyway, let's go outside. And we're gonna climb this thing. You gotta do it in hops, but there you go, our second lair Jiggy. Now remember, we can't attack, so we want to stay away from the termite guy. And you will notice that enemies will start milling around the entrances that you open that are related to those worlds, and sometimes some that aren't related to the worlds. Yeah, he's telling us we can't go further without getting turned back. That's fine, because we want to be turned back. And now we are Baron Bird once again. And we can go up this hill. Oh, she's going to tell us what I just said about the enemies. But yeah, we come over here and we'll talk to you. He's going to tell us about the note doors. Jam jars is an ironic thing for her to call him. You'll find out someday. Or if you're familiar with Banjo-Kazooie, you already know. Indeed. Well, we only needed 50, we have 100. Which gives us a head start towards the next one. If we go through the door... Aha! So this is the lair proper. This is where it really begins. And you'll notice some things that we can't actually access right now. For example, this. We're not going to mess with that. Also, her over there, that is Gruntilda. That is Gruntilda's good sister. However, we're not going to talk to her because she gives us information that we need to make note of. And I'd rather just do that later without having to stop to write things down right now. Because trust me, it actually is very important information, very helpful information, but I don't want to have to deal with it right now. So yeah, running around here, we picked up some eggs, picked up a Mumbo token, etc. We're going to meet you. A magic cauldron. Find two of the same color, and you can basically use them as portals, jump between them. Alright, so that's that taken care of. And what do we got up here? Oh, there's a doorway we could go through, but there's also, it is, another puzzle. Treasure Trove Cove. Uh-huh. Yeah, gotcha. Why would I ever want to undo it? I suppose if you made your way to a level that you didn't have enough to open, and you put some pieces in, and then you were like, oh, I need to open another one, so then you would take those out to do that. But, like, I feel like that's only maybe one opportunity that can happen. I think? So, like, yeah. I don't know about that one. Anyway, we're gonna go up here. I'm gonna go through this doorway. Now we're in this part of the lair. And we need to go down there. Those sort of openings usually signify entrance to a world beyond. Wow. Ran out of steam right before we got to him. But you see there's like multiple things, multiple pathways. And there's even something down there, which we're not going to go to yet. But if we come up here... No, this is not where we want to go. That's not the way we want to go. That leads to another world entrance type area. What we did want to do was hop in here, though. You can die. And here's another cauldron. You can see it's not the same color as the one that we found before, though. So there's that. Hello, you? Oh, Golden Feather didn't talk to us. Maybe because I didn't let the other thing stop talking. Oh well. Golden Feather we will not have a use for a bit yet. We will not learn about that for a couple levels yet, so we'll get to that. Up there is going to be another musical note door, which is like 100 and something. So we're not going to mess with that. We are instead going to go down here. And you'll notice the music changes to what we heard in the painting, which is also a nice tell. And there's the treasure chest that opened up. We'll hop up here. Some stuff here that we can't do anything with as of yet. We'll worry about that later. We'll jump into the chest. And voila! We are in a whole new world.